I want to talk to you today about TurboTax versus FreeTaxUSA. Did not go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or vodka and let's roll. Today I want to have a conversation with you about TurboTax versus FreeTaxUSA. Now, if you're looking for help preparing your taxes on your own, there is no shortage of a tax prep software available for a variety of situations, right? So as you try to decide which program to use, it can help to make a comparison. And I'm going to tell you today what you need to know about TurboTax versus FreeTaxUSA. One thing I want to say here is that those two popular software packages are kind of cool overall. The TurboTax has a slight competitive edge, but I'm going to break it down for you right now. But before I get into the nitty-gritty here, folks, please check out this small video about our evaluation approach. We do have a rigorous methodology when it comes to ranking, categorizing, and reviewing all the tax software packages we review on this show. Check this out. All right, folks. Now, first thing is that TurboTax versus the FreeTaxUSA. Let's talk about the following versions. So FreeTaxUSA simplifies matters by offering only two versions of its software. They have the free and the deluxe. You get most tax filing situations with the free versions, even K-1 forms. So upgrading to deluxe gives you access to increased support options, including what they call audit assist. There are some situations that FreeTaxUSA cannot help you with, though. So let's say if you have a foreign employment income or have a situation that includes other complications like a foreign mailing address, or say your children have more than $2,000 in investment income, this version cannot help you. So the more complicated your tax situation gets, the less likely FreeTaxUSA is the right place. TurboTax, on the other hand, has several different versions, with a free version supporting only a very limited set of circumstances. So as you buy progressively more expensive versions of TurboTax, you can access a wider variety of forms. You can also purchase upgraded services from TurboTax, some of which are more complete and accessible than what you get with FreeTaxUSA. One thing I want to say here is that both FreeTaxUSA and TurboTax offer state forms. However, if you qualify for the free version of a TurboTax, you don't have to pay to file your state tax return. FreeTaxUSA charges for each state tax return from the get-go. So once you move into paid versions of TurboTax, though, you are charged for state returns. And FreeTaxUSA only charges $14.99 per state, while TurboTax charges $50 per state return. So that's kind of very important to understand. So our verdict here, what is the verdict? FreeTaxUSA wins. When it comes to the filing version, FreeTaxUSA wins. Now let's move on let's compare and contrast TurboTax versus FreeTaxUSA when it comes to ease of use, user friendliness, filer friendliness. Both TurboTax and FreeTaxUSA are very easy to use. FreeTaxUSA has fewer bells and whistles, though. In addition, with FreeTaxUSA, you pretty much have to go in order of the tax form. You can't skip around. So FreeTaxUSA works best if you are ready to sit down and finish your taxes in one sitting. Like you can't just start today and come back to it 2 days later. No. You got to block some time, 2 hours or 3 hours. Sit there, sit at your desk, and go through the sequence, the interview process with Free Tax USA. The Free Tax USA, their interface is clean and easy to read and simple to use, even if it does not take you through the process step by step. On the other hand, TurboTax is known for its feature-rich platform that does a lot of hand-holding. It is possible to upload forms as you get them and work on different areas of your tax return. TurboTax also has an easy-to-follow question format that almost feel like you are sitting down with a tax preparer to get a feel for your situation. With TurboTax, you can start with one version, and if you realize you have a more complicated tax situation, you can upgrade to another version. And one thing we love with TurboTax when it comes to the ease of use is that you will never be charged until you are ready to file your taxes. And one thing that's very important when it comes to tax software, a lot of people just focus on the pricing. The pricing is one aspect of things, but you got to think also about what I call the ergonomics, the ease of use, the ability for a 9-year-old or a 14-year-old to understand what the software is asking when it comes to taxes. Very simple questions, very simple approaches can go a long way. So our verdict when it comes to the ease of use, hands down, TurboTax wins. We have also reviewed the audit help. So TurboTax versus Free Tax USA, the audit help. So TurboTax and Free Tax USA both offer DIY audit support, meaning you get help learning how to respond to the IRS. However, Free Tax USA only offers its audit assist product if you pay for the deluxe version. TurboTax has a more robust version with its third price service called Max. However, you have to pay an additional $49.99 to get full service audit help with TurboTax. If you're not afraid of being audited and you think you can handle most correspondence with the IRS on your own, the lower cost Free Tax USA Deluxe version can provide you with what you need to handle the situation. Having said that, if you're worried about an audit and you want maximum protection and help, paying for the TurboTax add-on at the time you file can give you greater peace of mind. Next, let's talk about TurboTax versus Free Tax USA customer service. Very important. In general, so before I need to give you the verdict here. The verdict is that TurboTax wins only if you are worried about an audit. So if you compare and contrast TurboTax versus Free Tax USA, when it comes to audit help, TurboTax is a clear winner only if you are worried about an audit. Let's talk about TurboTax versus Free Tax USA when it comes to the customer service. In general, the client service options available through Free Tax USA are fairly limited. You get free access to the customer support page, and if you pay for the deluxe version, you can get chat support or use the searchable Q&A database. However, direct client support is not very accessible, so if you're looking for a great deal of help, you're not likely to find that with Free Tax USA. All right. Now, on the other hand, TurboTax offers extensive customer service options, including access to a searchable online database, email, and phone. For an extra fee, you can also get help with tax questions by accessing a tax professional. TurboTax they also offer help with TurboTax Live. This is an additional service that allows screen sharing with a professional who can walk you through your situation. So if you need help with a CPA or you want to have a second opinion from an enrolled agent, it's kind of cool to have TurboTax there. When it comes time to file, you are on your own with Free Tax USA. You will pay your fee and submit, and that's it. However, TurboTax gives you the option of paying to have a tax professional review your return and then sign it and file it for you. So if you want an extra set of eyes to take a look, TurboTax is the better option. What is our verdict here? Our verdict? TurboTax wins, hands down. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We're also having a conversation today about TurboTax versus Free Tax USA. Time season is around the corner, and we really it's very important for people to know to compare and contrast TurboTax versus Free Tax USA. Now let's talk about pricing. TurboTax versus Free Tax USA pricing. This is where, if you really think about it, Free Tax USA really shines. While you can get the free version, even for more complex tax situation, anything extra you do comes with additional cost. State filings, amending your tax returns, and priority customer support all come with the extra cost when you get the free version. However, if you pay $699 for the deluxe version, you can get most of these services included, although you will still have to pay to file a state return. So if you get, let's say you get the deluxe version of Free Tax USA and you file a state return, you can get the whole thing for $21.98 as of the date of this show. If you think about it, folks, this is a pretty good deal. So filing amended returns comes with an additional fee of $14.99. TurboTax is one of the priciest tax prep software products on the market, hands down. I mean, and the good thing is they're not even hiding it. Yes, sometimes quality comes with a price, right? So with TurboTax, there are several versions, and their free versions. Their free version is only available to those with the simplest of tax situations. So if you have a very simple fiscal situation, and your taxes is not complicated, then you might want to go with a TurboTax with their free version. But if you get the deluxe version, which is the next step up from free, you're looking at a minimum of $60 to file your federal return and $50 to file one state tax return. Think about it. That's a total of $110. If you look at that from the $21.98 I was talking to you about for Free Tax USA, you compare the $21.98 to the $110. That's 1 to 5. The ratio here is 1 to 5. So TurboTax is 5 times as expensive as Free Tax USA. So if you want to add TurboTax Live to your product, it's going to cost even more. But you do get access to live help from tax professionals, something that is not even an option when you use Free Tax USA. If you get TurboTax Live for self-employed and add a state return, you'll pay in total $255, folks. And if you add the audit defense product on for another $49, and you're paying $304 to get the total package from TurboTax. So, however, even with that pricing, folks, TurboTax still might cost less than hiring a CPA to do your taxes. At the end of the day, you got to really think about what really matters to you. And you have to think about your personal your tax situation, or whether you have a very complicated or easy tax situation, and your budget. And the fact that you're trying to avoid being audited, or you just want to have peace of mind, right? Tax filing happens once a year, and you don't want that annual episode in your life to create other issues and nightmares down the road, right? So our verdict here, when it comes to pricing, Free Tax USA is the clear winner, hands down. Now, folks, let's quickly recap this conversation. And on the screen right now, we have actually put together a quick recap to kind of help you here. And if you look at the first picture here, you can see the compare and contrast when it comes to TurboTax. And you have the free edition is best for simple returns. The deluxe edition is great for homeowners and filers wanting to maximize deductions and credit. For the Premier Edition, this is great for those who have investments and rental properties. The Self-Employed Edition is great for freelancers and small business owners. The Basic, Deluxe, Premier, and Self-Employed, and that's the TurboTax Live, and this is great for filers wanting unlimited guidance and help from a CPA or enrolled agent. Free Tax USA is free, and this is great for confident filers needing minimal guidance. And their deluxe version, it is great for confident filers looking for DIY audit support. In terms of, we have done another recap for you, and you can see at the next picture here is that for filing versions between a TurboTax and FreeTaxUSA. So TurboTax versus FreeTaxUSA, what's the bottom line? In the end, which product you choose depends on your tax needs and how much you are willing to pay. As I said earlier, it becomes a budgetary question. It becomes a financial problem, a financial question. FreeTaxUSA is much cheaper, but in many ways, you get what you pay for, right? FreeTaxUSA is fine for confident filers who are reasonably sure they can handle most of their taxes on their own with only a little guidance. There are not a lot of extras and features. So if you're looking for something that's almost like having a tax professional walking you through it, FreeTaxUSA probably will not do the trick. On the other hand, though, folks, if you're willing to pay more for access to help and features, TurboTax can be a great choice and covers a wider variety of complicated situations. In addition, you can pay to get access to dedicated audit help, and the more complex your situation, the more likely you are going to be audited. So this feature is excellent for your peace of mind. So carefully consider how confident you are about filing and what extra help might be worth to you. Then you can make a better decision about whether to use TurboTax or FreeTaxUSA. Thank you, folks, for your attention today. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.